Hello and welcome to Taylor's Tales. This week I'm doing something I've never done before. It's a full day of eating, going through my diet plan, the macronutrients, the micronutrients, getting that 5 a day in, and generally going through what I'm eating to stay shredded or stay lean. At the moment I'm on a cut, and so I've gone from coming back from the USA where I was eating like 3,500 calories a day, getting a lot of walks in to be able to maintain that, and also doing my usual gym workouts in actual gyms. I've come back, and over the past month I've been eating around 2,500 to 2,800 calories a day. It's got me up to 87.2 kg, and now I'm looking to cut back down to around 84, maybe 85 kg in order to be able to get that leanness back in. And even if I am at a relatively good starting point at the moment, you can still see my abs, you can still see I've got a lot of muscle going on, and the good thing is that this is going to be a hell of a lot easier than it was the first few times to be able to cut back down. It's not a huge cut. The current calories that we'll be doing for the entirety of today, around 2,200, is a solid amount. It means that I'm not having to do too much cardio, and it also means that I can hit the weights and not have to worry too much about being starving afterwards. So I hope you're really interested. We're going to start off the video with a voiceover of me going over my coffee, water and multivitamin intake this morning. So voiceover Chris, take it away.
Thanks, camera Chris. And there's nothing too interesting about a guy filling up a bottle of water on screen for you YouTube viewers. However, the importance of this is getting in your water intake early in the day before you have any caffeinated drinks. One of the things I struggle with, it's a weakness of mine, is being able to get my water in throughout the day. So I will be drinking 2 cups of caffeinated coffee in the morning, and then I will be having a couple of decaffeinated coffees throughout the day, as well as a 1 litre bottle of water. To a lot of people that doesn't sound like a lot, but for me, if I have any more than that, I will be going to the loo all hours God sends. So as well as that, you'll be able to see that I'm taking a multivitamin, A to Z mineral, as well as a vitamin D mineral. And this is just getting the micronutrients that I cannot get within my diet that I will take early in the day to get it out of the way and to be able to hit those micronutrients.
So now that I've been through my morning routine of coffee, water and multivitamins and vitamin D, I thought I'd go through the first meal of the day, which is going to be my Ready Brek protein mixture. I used to have this green vitamin that turned the mixture into some sort of cauldron goo, which I will remake this recipe some point on the channel and show you it again with that sort of colouring in it, and it's got all sorts of wheatgrass and stuff in it to help, and it's very flavourless, but next time we'll do that. But for now, we've got Ready Brek, of course. It's going to be around 42 grams of Ready Brek in this. You can mix it with milk, but that will increase the calories. For now, I'm going to be doing water, and to be able to maximize the flavoring, I'm going to be having some PBN protein in there. This is just the cheapest protein on the market, so don't worry about that. Nothing to it, really. 23 grams per scoop. Then I got myself some sugar-free syrup, which is going to be maximizing again that low-calorie, high-tasting food. Greg Doucette would be proud.
Holy God, what in the world is this kid on? Because, like, look at the shreds. How could he get so ripped? He must be on growth hormone tests, SARMs, everything.
And then I've got PB Fit. So between PB2 and PB Fit, I go for PB Fit. It's just got a nice little taste to it personally. That's just my thing. And it's lower in calories as well, around 40 calories difference between PB2 and PB Fit. In this case, you could go with peanut butter in this, and I usually, if I'm not worrying too much about calories, I will go with the peanut butter because, you know, that's a delicious piece of creation from Earth, peanut butter. Let's get to the making of this, and it literally, I would say this takes around 2 to 3 minutes to make, all in all. Because what you're going to do in a minute is you're going to grab yourself a bowl, you're going to measure out your Ready Brek, you're going to put some water in that Ready Brek, and then you're going to put it in the microwave, and we'll go from there. Let's get started. finished meal 1 of the day. Let's talk about the macronutrients and micronutrients behind this meal. I forgot to mention earlier on in the video that there would be an easy peel orange included in this first meal of the day. And you know, like I said, we're going to get 5 out of our 5 a day in today's full day of eating. And in which case, it's going to be satiating as well because you're going to be getting in that low calorie fruit in there. Normally, if I'm honest, if I had more calories, I would chuck a banana in on top of that, and that would just be c'est magnifique. Mainly because it just gives it a little bit more texture to the bowl, and also you feel like you're adding in a little bit more sweetness to the meal that's already sweet enough as it is. So let's start with calories. It's 497 calories, which is great for like spreading the calories out throughout the day because you've got working with 2,200. Macronutrients, micronutrients, and calories up on the screen right now. So the macronutrients for breakfast today are, we've got ourselves 45 grams of carbohydrates, we've got ourselves some tasty, I think only 11 grams of fat in there, which is fantastic. And then we're looking at something along the lines of, 50 grams of protein. So 45 grams of carbs, 11 grams of fat, and 50 grams of protein. All totaling up to around 4,000, what was it? I think it was along 4,500 calories. So 4,975 calories, not 4,907 calories, with 50 grams of protein, 45 grams of carbs, 11 grams of fat.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
So, now that I've broken down meal 1, I will see you at meal numero 2.
Hello and welcome back to meal 2 of today's full day of eating. This meal is very filling, to say the least. It is 2 turkey wraps with some baby leaf salad lettuce and some Heinz salad cream? Yeah, salad cream, which is, you can get like the 30% less fat stuff and even % less fat stuff, but I'm going with the full fat stuff just because that's what I've got on hand. Like yourselves, sometimes you just have to improvise with what you've got. So let me just show the ingredients so far. I always recommend shopping at Aldi because you can save yourself a bit of money. You got your turkey, all 6 slices, getting your 30 grams of protein in there. You got 2 of these bad boy wraps. I know in the US you can get the less calorie wraps, but for instance, for this, for 300 and I think it's 300. I think the total calories for these wraps, it's like 127 per wrap, something along those lines. I may be wrong. Give me 2 seconds.
That's stupid! You're stupid! Stop being stupid! God, it's like you just use words you hear randomly to try and sound smarter!
It's 172 calories per wrap, so that is quite hefty, but like I said, the fibre and the overall caloric intake for this meal is solid and will get you through all the way to meal number 3, or 3, whatever you want to go with. So let's get cooking.
Diddy hoon, gada sadu, ye spear, horn, bear, scare, bork, bork, bork.
So I hope you enjoyed watching me demolish meal 2 there, in which case I will
go through the macros quickly. And what I didn't realize when I was talking about the Heinz salad cream is like how many calories there is in 50 grams worth of Heinz. So it took it from like, well, it's a higher calorie meal, this one, compared to the breakfast. So it's 657 calories broken down into 343 for the 2 wraps. Then you got 10 calories for the salad, followed by 137 calories for the turkey slices, but then 167 calories for the 50 grams of Heinz salad cream. So if I hadn't added that, I could have saved myself a good 170 calories of just fat and carbs right there. That's my bad. I should have got some of the 30% less fat or the 50% less fat Heinz.
Fool of a took. Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
You win some, you lose some. We're still on track for that 2,200, so that's fine. The macros overall for this meal alone are something along the lines of lunchtime. So 43 grams of protein, which is really solid, getting in that protein. Carbohydrates, we're looking at around 69 grams of carbs, and then fats, I believe we're a little bit higher on this one. So lunch, 21 grams of fat in this. And I believe that the only other meal that has more than that is dinner, which is going to be a Thai green curry. Of course, we're using coconut cream there, so that will increase the fat intake. But overall, it's going to be a good, solid macros for today. And I'm actually really pleased with what's coming out so far. Those macros and calories are on the screen for now, and I will see you at meal 3. So I'm back in meal 3, and this is going to be a real simple one again. You can see that these are real fast, snappy meals that you can get together within a very short period of time. This is going to be Greek yogurt with a apple and some mixed fruit. It's just going to be a pre-workout snack, nice and light, around 200 calories, real simple, high protein, getting you some of those simple sugars so that when you go for that pre-workout, you get in there, you're not feeling too heavy, and you can just get on with it. And I like this sort of snackish meal because it's quite satiating because of the protein in the Greek yogurt, but also because it's quite sweet and keeps me going until dinner time, which will be the 2 more meals to go. Let's get on with some of the dicing and slicing to be able to get that sliced apple, mixed fruit, and Greek yogurt. So just finished up meal 3 of today's full day of eating, and that yogurt, apple and mixed fruit is always delicious, and it really hits that sweet scale. So for instance, for me personally, I love sweets. I love specifically what the Americans call candy, the packet of sweets, the Haribos, all of those things, all of the things that are terrible for you. But by having something as sharp as apples and raspberries and yogurt, it seems to keep me, sort of in the zone of not going to binge or anything along those lines. So it's a good way of getting away from those things. It's a great snack beforehand. I wouldn't say it's like the best pre-workout because it's not so high in carbohydrates, but it's got some of those sugars from the fruit, so that's as good as it gets. And I've already had quite a few carbs today so far from the other 2 meals that you've seen, and so I should be fine when I go into my workout within the next 45 minutes. So it should be good to go on that. So the breakdown for this meal will go up on the screen as well, probably to my right here. It's going to be around 26 grams of protein, around 25 grams of carbs, and then I'm pretty sure the fats are really low. 1 gram of fat in that meal. And so we are doing a nice little snack before going into that pre-workout, and then we're going to go after for meal number 4, the dinner, the meal that I enjoy the most is going to be the Thai green curry, followed by what is known as protein ice cream. So see you in meal numero 4. And so I'm back for meal 4 of the full day of eating. This is the final proper meal of the day with a Thai green curry. Right now I'm experimenting a little bit with how I'm cooking. I've realised that I've been measuring stuff on MyFitnessPal frozen rather than cooked. When I say cooked, microwaved and removing some of the excess water. So what I've done today is I've microwaved the broccoli and it's gone from around...
Shut up, dude.
Going on like 250 grams all the way down to 150 grams just because of the water.
But
That's boring as fucking all get out.
Been removed, so the calorie decrease, I'm hoping. I'm going to check that on MyFitnessPal and we'll calculate the macros afterwards.
if you're not in a lab coat, you have to stop talking.
Just to make sure I'm adjusting to today's rate. Then I've got around 300 grams of chicken that has been, before it's been microwaved, frozen, and I'm cooking it right now. And I'll bring it over the camera in a second. I'm going to cook it and then I'm going to measure it again to sort of measure out the difference in calorie intake. So this is my setup so far. Nice little transition here. As you can see, I've got my cooked broccoli and then I'm cooking the chicken. And so we'll just time lapse our way through to the next section of the video where I should have the cooked chicken measuring in there, and we'll go from there. And this is the end result of the Thai green curry. As you can see, it's not exactly aesthetically pleasing.
You're ugly.
But it is delicious. It's got one of your 5 a day in there. It's high in protein, it's high in fat, so it's satiating, and it's also just all round delicious. So we've hit so far an easy peeler for breakfast, easy orange. Then we had some baby leaf lettuce at lunch. Then we had in the mid-afternoon snack an apple and some raspberries / mixed fruits, and then you've also got your broccoli, so you've got those 5 a day. Those micronutrients have been hit as well as the macronutrients, so you're getting in your high protein and you're getting your micronutrients to help you get through, keep your energy steady as well throughout the day. And like I said, I've kept my caffeine at a nice 200 milligrams for the day. But I will see you after I've demolished this delicious Thai green curry for the final meal of the day, which is going to be protein ice cream. And as I just said a minute ago, after doing today's calculations and miscalculations, we'll round up the number of calories and the macronutrients for the entire video. See you there. Welcome back to the final meal of the day. This is going to be protein ice cream. It's the tastiest and sweetest of the meals that we're going to deal with today. It's also going to be the most filling because of the amount of ice. So I've got all of the ingredients here. We've got a big tray of ice. Then we've got ourselves a very small amount of Jello pudding, which gives it a little bit of thickening. And then we've also got ourselves some guar gum to be able to thicken it up even more. And we've got protein powder, of course. And the final ingredient I will quickly fetch. For my case, it's going to be just some normal semi-skimmed milk, which can be around 150 milliliters or 200 milliliters of milk, rounding off at around 350 calories total for this whole meal, which is crazy for the amount that you get in a bowl. So let's get on with it. Let's make it. Let's make some noise, and let's make something tasty for the final meal of the day. Here we go. Just so you know, there's no right way of making protein ice cream in my opinion, but from what I've found so far is I put the liquid in and the ice first, and then I put the powders in so that they don't stick to the bottom when I'm pouring out into a bowl. So top tip for making protein ice cream. So this is protein ice cream. As you saw there, I had a little bit of trouble with the ice at the end there. It's sometimes because of the blender. I've put too much ice in. It's like I said, there's no perfect way of making protein ice cream, but we always get the end result in this case, and it looks delicious. The macronutrients for this meal are 241 calories, 2,241 calories, with a total of 217 grams of protein, 69 grams of fat, and 177 grams of carbs. We've hit our total macros for and then actually let's go over, we've got our 5 a day as well, as I spoke of earlier. We've got 27 grams of fiber in there for the day. We got ourselves some good amount of sodium, 1,173 milligrams. We got not a lot of potassium, could have thrown a banana in there, but we got 88 milligrams of vitamin A, vitamin C. We've got 284 milligrams, calcium 109, and then iron 153. So we're smashing the day. And with the sugar, we've only got 51 grams of sugar, majority of them coming from the fruits that we've eaten today. So I hope you've enjoyed today's day in the life, or full day of eating from my perspective, in a high protein diet. This has been a bit of a challenge for me to be able to make some of these things entertaining, but I love making food and I love trying to explain the healthiness and the enjoyment behind it. So as always, I hope to see you this time next week. I hope to post more of these if they do well, and if I can from there on out. If I don't see you then, I'll see you on my podcast. Taylor's Tales, out.